got to be happy with the way you got production look like from all four lines, and that's got to be encouraged.
Yeah, I mean, we need that. Right now, you know, that's been one of the biggest challenges for us is being consistently offensively, and I think a lot of that has to do with our offensive depth. So certainly, you know, it was great, you know, really happy for Pierce Crawford. You know, he works as hard as anyone. It was nice to see him score that goal, not just for us, but for him as well. And same thing with Pavanka. He's been fighting all season long to get that first goal, and you know, I'm just glad they both got their first goals tonight. And certainly makes a big difference when we get, you know, some secondary scoring.
You got good, you know, you got good work out of your special teams too. You got, you know, Pierce's shorthanded goal and then two power play goals, one that started and one that ended.
Well, if you're gonna, you know, if we're gonna get 3-4 goals a game, you're gonna have to score on the power play. And you know, we didn't have to kill off a lot of penalties. I liked our discipline tonight. I thought that we played very disciplined, and you know, I thought that you know, there was a couple, you know, questionable calls in my opinion. On the one goal they scored, it looked like interference to me at the offensive blue line, but for the defensive blue line, and then the disallowed goal, I don't think we won a challenge all season long. So I wasn't surprised that they took that goal away. But regardless, is that you know you got to get great goaltending and special teams this time of the year, because you don't get as many usually later in the season. So you have to take advantage of the ones you get.
Yeah, and you got both. You know, Kale was big in the third period.
Yeah, we knew they'd put a push on, and they did. And you know, I thought we were a little bit too comfortable at times, but we responded pretty well, coming back, scored that goal. I mean, we did that twice tonight, where we came back after they scored, and that's huge.
You know, you said something the other day. You talked about the freshman line that you were tinkering and you broke them up, and you got good production with the two pieces that you broke.
Yeah, I mean, that line's done a great job for us, but I thought that they started getting a little bit stale over the last 2 or 3 weekends, and you know, I think that I thought that Colin Tyson had played well with them, with those two guys earlier in the year when I was sitting out guys for penalties, and you know, went back to that, and I thought Colin had a good game tonight too, but that line, you know, basically 2 of those guys scored tonight, which is again really important for us, and I thought they did a nice job.
It was nice to get the win and have a couple of games in hand.
Yeah, but you got to win them. You got to win those games in hand, and you know, we'll have a tough series coming up here with Wisconsin. They're coming off a couple tough losses against Ohio State. We know how that feels, so they'll be highly motivated and a little bit more time to prepare for us with the full week as compared to just a day or two.
Coach, considering they jumped out on you guys the last time you played early on, how was it like was that the mindset going in to try and get an early one?
Well, you know, that's been our mantra all year long, and we haven't lived up to it consistently, you know, getting off to the good starts. And, you know, I think our guys were, you know, I thought they were focused tonight. I was a little concerned, obviously, being a full school day. The fact it was a 7:30 game was probably beneficial to us to give them a little bit more time after classes to get their heads straight. And I thought that they did a nice job of getting themselves prepared to play on a Tuesday night, which is not always easy.
You had a number of young guys score tonight. We'll talk more about that offensive depth that you mentioned.
Well, I mean, it's huge. I mean, you got to get guys chipping in. I mean, you rely on guys like Burke and Morrison, and you know, the O'Leary line has kind of cooled off a little bit. They're still doing a good job on the power play, but you know, I think that you know, trying to get production from guys when you know you're going head to head against the other team's top line, which forces them to defend as much as forcing the other team to defend, and you know, it's kind of a wash, you know, when you're matching your top lines against each other, which we did tonight, and so you need to get production from the guys down the list a little bit, and you know, we've needed our freshmen maybe to start, you know, contribute a little bit more, and it was good to see Jake score that goal tonight.
And just looking ahead to the weekend, obviously things are super tight at the top half. How important is this home series for you guys?
You know, we've got to take care of business. I mean, we've got to be a good home team if we're going to do anything in the playoffs. You know, I'd like to get home ice first of all. You know, clinch home ice at some point, but we've got to win games at home. We've got to be proud of playing in this building and come out with the start that we had tonight. You know, if we can do that and play the way we did tonight consistently at home, it gives us a much better chance to finish in the top of the standings and have a chance to play at home in the playoffs.